from a bleak and dreary California morning. Good to see everyone. I see Megan was there. I wish I knew who else was there. If you guys who are watching, leave me a comment so I know you're there. I'm trying to get my act together. Today's live stream is a little bit different because some of it's going to be live like this, and some of it will be photographs that I took yesterday, and I'm going to show you on the computer. Now, I don't know how many of you own or rent your own house. You don't rent your own house, I guess you do, but I rent. And if you rent or own a house, you know that they are in constant need of repair. Hey, Simon's there. You can't spell. That's okay, I can't read. It all works out. As I was saying, if you own a house or you rent a house, you know that repairs are constant, especially if the house is old like mine. My house is about 70 some years old. And I rent it. And I do most of the upkeep on it. Some of the things my landlord will take care of. It's not. Well, Megan, you're lucky if it's sunny. I was expecting a sunny day. The truth is, I had a totally different live stream plan for today, but because it's gloomy, I didn't want to do it in the gloom. I wanted it to be nice and bright and sunny. Anyway, as I was saying, I do a lot of the repairs on my own in the house that I live in. And yesterday, my buddy Victor and I got together and made some repairs to the fascia, which is this white trim that you see here on the house. Now, I'll give you an idea of how bad it was. This doesn't even do it justice. I'm going to climb up here on a bench. So if I fall, you'll be the first to know. But I want you to get a good idea. 1, 2, 3. I'm up. Yeah, not too bad. A little unsteady, but this is all water rot. Okay, it's pretty bad, as you can see. And the house, frankly, until I started living here and making the repairs, 108. Holy cow! Oh, Megan, that's hot. I guess I shouldn't complain about the overcast weather. Anyway, you can see all that's going to have to be replaced, that whole length of board. The same down there on the end. And that's my goal, to little by little, and I gotta get down without breaking my neck. There we go. Let me swing this around. My goal is to make repairs on the property. I have been doing that since I lived here. Yes, you're absolutely right, Megan. Unfortunately, that's way beyond my ability, both physically and financially, to handle. If he chooses not to make the repairs, nothing I can do. Oh yeah, they absolutely do, Simon. They need to be replaced. They're in bad. They are the original shingles. We're talking about shingles. So these are wood shingles. They're over 70 years old. So yeah, they need to be replaced. Anyway, I'm now going to show you. I can't help that, Simon. You'll have to practice. I'll show you what the fascia looks like that was repaired yesterday. As you can see, we've painted it, we've repaired it, and when you see the pictures I'm going to show you when we go inside, I think you'll be quite surprised at what it looked like originally. Now, one of the things we did, we put in what are called sister joists, okay? That's because again, as you can see, the original joist is just right away. There's nothing to pound a nail or screw into. So what you do is you create these smaller uh, pieces of wood. You don't create the wood smaller, but anyways, you make these small joists that you screw to the original joist, and then you're able to take those and screw your fascia board in. So this is what it looks like now. Now I still need to get in here at some time and paint this undercoating. But again, I'm taking one thing at a time. As you can see, that's really in bad shape. And it's that way all the way down and all the way around the house. Still, I have no complaints about where I live. The rent is reasonable. The location is fantastic. I feel very blessed to live where I live, so no complaints. But if I can improve it, I'm going to. One of the other things we did yesterday is that we replaced the switches that were in the washroom, the laundry room. And I give you an idea. This is what we replaced yesterday as well. And I'll show you that. That was quite a mess. So we got new switches, new plate. And so now I flip this on, the light stays on. For years, it would flicker or not come on at all. And so, okay, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, now we'll head off into the office, which is, how old is the wiring? Well, probably as old as the house, 70 some years. And it had been modified, I would say, by the looks of it, which explained why we had to replace the wiring. All right, hang on here. Let me swing this back around for a second so I can see you guys. Well, it's only you, Simon, and you, Megan, but it's nice to know that you're out there. And I know that eventually the rest of the crew will watch this in replay, so it's all good. So now what I gotta do is I wanna get this set up. So, I mean, I've got it ready, but I'm trying to decide where I'm gonna put the camera. I think I'll turn that light off. Fix those screws. They all need to be vertical. On what? Megan, I'm not sure what screws where. Let me know in the comment. So, okay, so now let me show you the pictures I took when the fascia first became an issue, because what happened was it had rotted so bad, the fascia just literally broke up one point and was just dangling from one very loose part. My apartment is also 70 with equivalent rent. I just crossed my fingers. Oh, wow. Well, see, here's the difference. You live in an apartment and they have a different obligation to maintain the conditions of the property. At least they do in California. I don't know about Belgium. So anyways, let me show you here. Hopefully I have this lit up properly for you. Give me 1 second as we swing the camera around. Yeah, you can see that pretty well, I think, on the switch plate. Okay, Megan, well, I'll check it out after the stream. So, let's see. I think that gives you a pretty good, oh, there you go. That gives you, you can just give it to, yeah. So, actually, I wish I could push there you go, push the monitor back a bit. That's it, we'll move the monitor rather than the tripod. So that's what it looked like. And that happened about, well, it happened before I went to the hospital. That was over 2 months ago. But, I would have, dealt with it, but I had plans to go on the road, which I did. And then when I came back, I was going to repair it. And of course, then I ended up in the hospital. And I didn't feel up to do anything until just yesterday, frankly. So I'm excited that I'm feeling well enough to do this. So let me give you an idea of what everything looks like in steps. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so there is, hang on here, trying to make sure you can see this, all. There you go. So that's what the fascia looked like before it was repaired. You can see here, of course, it's all rotted in here. It's, the paint is all faded, and that was the only nail, evidently, even holding it in place. Okay. Now, this was yesterday. This is my friend Victor, and we removed the board, and then this is what the joists look like. As you can see, these are the three joists, completely rotted on the ends. So then, this is what one of the joists look like. Again, you can see there's it's nothing there. And this is all from water, because the water would come down and it would it drip. There was no rain gutter, so that's what causes that problem. And this is this board we did not take down because it wasn't that bad and it was in place. We did put in another joist, and this one wasn't quite as bad. This is what the board looked like when we had taken it off before we painted it. Same thing, that was the back side. And then here you can see Victor and I are working to get everything back in shape. We painted all surfaces, front and back, sides, everything. We did it twice because it seeps into the wood. You want if it's going to last. No, well, let's put this. Do the job right, and it's going to last longer. This is what we do. Okay, and then we let them dry. And again, these are the sister joists, and you'll notice there that there's a little angle cut so that it matches the angle that's on the original joist. And we have a screw nailed here or screwed in. That was so that when we paint it, we could lift it up and paint it. Okay, here's Victor putting in the last of the three sister joists. You can see here we screwed these in. Now, one of the reasons it's good to do screws rather than nails is that you can remove this easily if you want in the future, if you need to for whatever reason. And now this is what the, this is the new joist, the old wood painted and put in place. And again, this gives you a very good idea of how badly damaged those original joists are. And then there it is. This is the final product, which you guys saw earlier in the stream. And now, at some point, we're probably going to fill this with wood putty and paint it, but we didn't have time yesterday. Though we've even toyed with the idea of maybe, because again, this is screwed in, we could remove this easily, recut it, and replace, get a clean angle on it. We haven't decided that. We'll deal with that next time around. Now, this is the electrical box, and you can see, I don't know how well you can see that, but this is the original wiring. This is one of the old switches. And as you can see, one of the wires was just wrapped around like this, and they had some electrical tape, because there's two switches in the box, and this is the hot lead, this is the neutral lead, but this, because it was just, it was loose, it was with tape, it was one of the reasons that I wasn't having a complete circuit. And you can see that's the same piece. And then these are the new switches here. Well, if you're inclined to be a do-it-yourself person, I would say replace it. It's not that hard. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do, Megan. But I have to balance, my costs and my time. And I've put thousands of dollars into this house already. Well, yeah, but see now, Yikes is right on the old stuff. But see now we've got properly, see now those wires are properly connected with a cap. And these are all brand new, bought them at Home Depot. And so they're working like a dream. So boom, that's it. So now, that being said, let me move the camera back because I want to show you. In fact, I don't even know what it is. I always got to remember I got to look over here. Not the correct way to do a pigtail. You know pigtails! My God. Hey, Katayama, you made it just in time. Outstanding. Those are pigtails, and that's pretty cool. You know that stuff. You know, Megan, you amaze me with all your knowledge, and you're quite a person. I like that. All right, so here now I want to cover something. I'm going to put it this way. YouTube didn't notify. Really? And I also sent you a private notice because the question I put in the private notice is whether or not to make a direct mention of who sent this to me. So I guess since you're here, it's okay, sort of. Anyway, this is a gift that, are you talking about me? Am I weird? Oh, you mean that you didn't get the notice. Okay. And yes, thank you. I will. Okay. Anyway, this showed up on my doorstep. Yeah, I figured, didn't get the notices. This showed up on my doorstep first of the week. And this is a gift that was sent to me by Katayama. And many of you know Katayama. The room's out of control. Yes, we need a moderator to whip everybody in shape. Okay, so anyways, this showed up on my doorstep, and as it turns out, this is a gift from Katayama, and I don't know what's in it, and we're going to find out together. Are you? I know, Simon, you had a lot of wine this morning. I watched your live stream from this morning when I had breakfast. Oh, you're right. I did forget, Megan. That's right. You've really had an interesting life. Okay. It's a joke based on something Bob said during his live stream last week. Uh-oh. Oh, I know now I'm going to get in trouble. I should turn this down, too, so you can see me open. There we go. You can't do this without sound effects, you know. Okay. Now I'm afraid to open this. I have no idea what he's doing, what he sent me here. Okay. Well, we're all going to be surprised together. We pull out the stuff. Let's see. A gift for you to help get back into the swing of things from Katayama. Thank you, Katayama. There's the massage. Okay. All right. Hang on, I gotta set this up so I can show it to you clearly. There you go. There we go. There we go. Okay, it's called Z Mayabu. Mayabu? There you go. Well, Katayama knows that basically I'm a kid at heart. So let's see where this is going. Wooden train, wooden railway, wooden train tunnel, dollhouse table. Okay. What is that? Katayama, you get a great sense of humor. Okay. So we'll start with this. This is one piece. This is another piece. And that's a piece. Now you're probably wondering, what's this all about? Well, I tell you what, I'm not going to show you the other piece. I'm actually going to assemble this. A double A class joke. Don't break it. Okay, so there's that. Oh, wait a minute, let's see here. I've got to, how do I put that on there? Come on, wherever you are. There you go, come on, there you go. That's it. Okay, that works there. And oops. As you can see, that I'm a bit clumsy this morning. All that work I did yesterday pretty much wore me out, and I'm still feeling the effects a little bit. But actually, considering all the work I did yesterday, I feel pretty darn good. And that's, I think I've made the comment on the Discord server. And that reminds me, if you're watching this and you're not a member of our Discord server, you ought to join it. You get advance notice of my live streams, theoretically. Also, we have a great community. You've seen some of the people, Katayama, Megan, Simon, they're part of the community. We only have, maybe 40 of us here, but we have a great time. And we share cooking videos, and we share recipes, and we share our travel stories. And it's a good place to hang out. So I'll make sure to put a link into the description box after the stream. Okay, so now, the grand unveiling. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. It's a swing. Are you suggesting that I'm a swinger, Katayama? Huh? I like this, though. Oh, this is going to stay on my desk. Now, you know what I need, though? I need to make myself some little people to sit in there. Maybe some little aliens. That's what I need, some swinging aliens. See, I'm going to hold this up for you, give you a closer look at it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Katayama. Appreciate it. What do you mean, act? Act why? I like this. I like this a lot. This is, it's not that I've been really down. It's just been busy. And just, streaming finally again. The proper link. Not the missing link. Little things like this really cheer me up. And being with you guys, that really cheers me up. And again, it's not that I've been feeling, down and out, so to speak, but whatever it was, and I still don't really have an answer, whatever it was that struck me back in the middle of June, it's still out there. The missing link would be that sausage from breakfast that disappeared under the table this morning. Oh, God. I'm not even gonna follow up on that. I would get myself in trouble, I'm sure. As I was saying, though, about the situation with my health, we don't have an answer why I had the symptoms I had. I saw the cardiologist a week ago Friday. Yeah, a week ago Friday. From their end of the thing, from their perspective, it's not my heart. It's not a cardiology issue. So now I have to go back to my GP and have more tests done and see if they can sort this out. Now, somebody suggested, alas is here. Good to see you, alas. Somebody had suggested that it's possible that part of this might be an inner ear problem. That it's maybe one of the things that's causing the dizziness. Now, that's a layman's suggestion. Nothing fancy about it. We're all casual here, Simon. Of course, hey, while I'm here, I might as well give a shout out to Simon's show. Simon has a show called Simon Knows, I can never pronounce it. It's Japanese. Oh, I can't remember it. but basically it means Simon's living room. Okay, he broadcasts. Sorry, but he does a live stream from Belgium every Sunday morning my time. It comes in at about 4:30 in the morning, so I always watch it in replay. Yes, I know you caused buffering, and you had some issues this morning. I actually left a message, and it got somehow it didn't take, so I didn't replace it. And I've only watched half of it so far, so I got to watch the other half. But J Vlog is an interesting fellow. Interesting that it had nothing. The J had nothing to do with Japan. Oh, and that I might as well say, for a lot of you who don't know, many of us are connected by our interest and love for Japan. So if you love Japan, you're gonna like Simon's show. I talk about it from time to time, and so there you go. Anyway, at this point, I think post a link, Simon. Post a link. Post a link. Post a link. Come on, everybody, cheer for Simon. I think that pretty much covers it. I think what we'll do, I'll show you around the office because the last time you saw it, I was still in the process of getting it set up. And not that it's finished. I need to hang pictures on the wall, and I need to fill this with some, items. Right now, I just have kind of a catch-all basin. So what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around, and boom. So give you an idea what this looks like. So let's see, let's do a wide angle first. So there's the desk. And this is a much better setup for me to work from than my old setup, which was in the dining room. It was made up of an old kitchen table. On my phone, I have to dip out. Okay, Simon, and pop back into post link. Not a problem. You can, I'll just do it in the description box later. Don't worry about it. Yes, I am. That's just the way I do things. So now you can see the walls are empty, they're bare. Now, one of the things I will show you, this is a poster. Let's see, let me tell you what, I'm going to put the camera down here and again move the poster so I won't be able to read any comments because I'm going to be off frame and I won't be able to read anything. I'm going to set up the poster so you can see it. In the late 80s, no. All right, Simon. I don't know how many of you know, but I used to be a filmmaker. I studied filmmaking in college. My goal was to be a film director. I worked in the feature films for a while in the early 80s in Hollywood. I never rose to any heights of any sort. The highest I ever got was like a production manager on a bunch of low-budget horror films. But I produced a film. Can't post live links in the stream yet. Where's your Wizard of Speed and Time poster? Don't tell me you don't have one. That's an interesting point. I have one somewhere. It's just I don't have it handy. I'll tell them all about the Wizard of Speed and Time in a minute. Anyway, the point is, it took 2 years to make this film called Superb Man. And it was a parody of Superman 1 and 2. We shot it between the time they made Superman 1 and Superman 2, guessing what Superman 2 would be all about, and we were pretty much dead on. As I said, I was the producer, and then what was fun is that we had some minor celebrities in the film. For example, let's see where we got. Oh yeah. So now we had Alvy Moore. Now, if anyone who watched TV in the 60s, there was a show called Green Acres. Alvy Moore played Mr. Kimball. Mr. Kimball, who was the agricultural inspector. He played Perry Blight. Then we have Kirk Allen. Kirk Allen was the first live-action Superman. And he did the serials in the 40s. Then we have David Gerald. David Gerald is a writer who went on to do other work, but he was first known for writing the Trouble with Tribbles episode of Star Trek. He played Gel-O. Look him up on IMDb. You'll see all he continued to work for Star Trek. Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek over the years. And this lady here, Bejo Trimble, she played Ma Kant. Oh, you do remember Green Room? Yeah. Bejo was the lady that saved the original Star Trek series from being canceled. And then again, there's yours truly's production credit. And it was directed by a very old friend, Dave Tubner. It was written by another good friend, John Ginn. And Drex Reed did the special effects. And he still works, Drex still works in the film industry. He's worked on a lot of films that you would have seen. Oh, yes. Is that the link to the trailer? Great, thank you. All right, so now, and then I can't remember if Dave drew this poster or if we had somebody else. I kind of, I know at one time Rick Hoberg, who, oh no, it's Steve Kellis. There you go. I couldn't remember. Steve Kellis, S. Kellis. If you look him up, he was a major comic book person of the day. So there you go. So now let's see. What the heck? We'll sit over here. Let's see. Do it this way. I'm just trying to mix it up so it's kind of different. Let's see. I'll swing around here. That's it. Give me a second. There you go. So, yeah, as you can see, the room is not finished, but at least now it's usable. Now, Katayama alluded to a film called, oh, thank you, Katayama. He alluded to a poster called The Wizard of Speed and Time. There's just an amazing filmmaker by the name of Mike Jetlove. And he made a series of films about the same time I was doing Superman. And he even did a feature film called The Wizard of Speed and Time. Unfortunately, he pretty much got jerked around by the producers of that, and he didn't make a lot of money, and it's a sad story. Mike and I are still in touch. We don't hang out. He lives up in Hollywood now. He's my age, maybe a few years older. But if you ever get a chance, go. In fact, you can go online and just Google The Wizard of Speed and Time, and also see if you can see Animato, see any of his early films. Now, just so you know, any copies that you see online, Mike doesn't get any money from them. These have all been posted without his permission, and he doesn't get any financial benefit. It's a damn shame because he should. Oh, great. Katayama did it. Katayama, you are the man. So I think that's enough information for today. As you know, I said, I think I said it on the Discord server, that I was going to maybe back off on live streaming weekly. I'm rethinking that decision. I may simply do these kind of stream of consciousness discussions. Mike did give permission to post the movie since he wasn't getting royalties from the sales, as long as the people don't make them. Oh, that I did not know, but then I didn't ask him. By the way, Katayama knows Mike as well. Katayama and Mike connected in the early 90s, wasn't it, Katayama? And that was really funny because Katayama and I did not know we both knew Mike all these years, and it was by accident that I don't even remember how it came up that we mentioned it. I was just hanging out with you. Yeah, early 90s. So again, small world, it's just amazing. So the bottom line is that I'm going to try. I'm not going to make any hard and fast commitment to live stream every week, but I do want to do it for you as well as myself. I think we're talking internet. Oh yeah, that's right. Because we only realized that we knew Mike like a month ago, but that we both knew each other. That was so weird. Life is so serendipitous. I like that. Anyway, as you can see, I'm like that dog in Up. It's like squirrel. Uh, the point is, I'm going to try and do something every week. Need to track down his number and call him again. Well, I do have it, but I'm not going to give it to you without his permission. I don't think he'll mind, but I don't want to. I wouldn't do that to anybody. I don't pass out information without being given clear instructions that it's okay to do. So, I'll get in touch with Mike and ask him if it's okay. Um, I figure it's better for me to keep doing something, even though it's not what I want to do. In fact, somebody once told me, in fact, I think it's attributed to George Lucas. He says, do what you can with what you got until you can do what you want with what you really want to have. Something of that nature. I'm paraphrasing. And that's it. When I first started, doing YouTube, 12, 13 years ago, I was trying to be like other YouTubers, doing things that were like the stuff I liked. It just wasn't practical for me at the time. And now that I'm older, it's even less practical. I'd like to travel around and do stories more like John Dobb. Most of you know who John is. And I've got 4 stories that I need to edit. Ever since I got sick, they're sitting here on the computer waiting to be edited. They're in various stages of completion. But I'm not going to rush them. I'd rather take my time and put these stories together so that they're really, really well done and so that they'll be truly entertaining and informative for you guys, the viewer. I'm just going to let things evolve. That's all I can say. So that's it. Thank you all for watching, both live and in the replay. Wow, you just made. Ha! Thank you, YouTube. In Jay Vlog's comments today on Simon's show, he says that YouTube is actively trying to squeeze out live streaming or vloggers, I guess it was. I didn't follow his complete train of thought on that. I haven't watched the entire video that was broadcast this morning. As long as I have the channel, I'm going to do something. I hope it grows. I'm over 6,000 subscribers. I'd like to hit 7,000 within a year from now or less. Preferably, I'd like to hit it sometime in December. But I'd have to really kick butt to do that. But I think I can hit 7,000 by a year from now. We'll see. If you watch my show and you have any comments or suggestions, please, post them. I'll read them. I'm glad, Katayama, I'm glad you're posting Mike's stuff. Mike is so cool. He's so talented. The guy's a bloody genius, in my opinion. So, but as you can see now, I'm digressing. This is a problem because it's like, this is like having you guys in my living room, or in this case, my office. More cooking videos. Drool. Oh, yes. Actually, Katayama, that's a good point. Thank you for bringing it up, because one of the things that Katayama sent me was a Instapot, and I've been using it for my personal needs. But, I haven't been, between the weather and my health, I haven't been up to doing much of anything. But I kind of, as we get into winter, I want to do more cooking videos. So don't be surprised if you start seeing those as well. Okay. Oh, last thing. And like I said, I digress. One of the things that's fun about doing YouTube live is that it's like having friends sitting around in your living room or your office, and you're just chit-chatting, especially when it's a small group of people like this, right? There's only four or five of us, plus myself, in the stream. So it's easy to read the comments and chit-chat. Then those who come along and watch it in replay Well, they're still part of the conversation because I can leave their comments. Um, so that's why I'm doing this. I'm not making a whole lot of money. In fact, my revenue stream has been cut by almost 2/3. I think that has a little bit to do with the pandemic and the economy and the way YouTube's algorithm works. So, but I certainly don't do it for the money. The money helps, but I'm going to keep at it. Okay, I'm babbling at this point, so I'm going to say goodbye. If you watch Mike's View, make sure to watch the yes. Yes. I mean, sometimes the subliminals are one frame. You know? Oh, man. I'd love to get Mike on the show and talk about his stuff, but he's a kind of a shy guy, so I'm not sure if I could get him to do that. But anyway, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you all in the future. Bye-bye. Yes? No?